Rod Shelley here, and it's time once again for Coffee with Rod. Another exciting behind the scenes. And what I'm doing right now, I'm actually digitizing. I've got all these VHS tapes, and I've already digitized a whole bunch of them. I've digitized all the commercial ones first, and a lot of these I'm probably going to put on eBay just in case anybody out there still has a VHS machine. You know, if anybody watching this has a VHS tape machine, ancient technology, and you want some tapes, check my auction on eBay. Right now I'm digitizing what's actually me conducting one of the Northeast Photographers Association meetings, and that's got to be sometime in the late 80s or early 90s. It's a long time ago when I had hair. And I dragged out of the closet my dad's old Dell computer. This thing is still running Windows XP, which actually is working really well with I've got a Ion VCR to PC unit down here that actually plays VHS tapes, and this whole setup actually works quite well for digitizing these tapes. Puts it on an external drive. So I tried to use my laptop. I got one of these things, which I've got one attached to my other laptop that connects to my security camera, and it works perfectly for that. But I couldn't get this one to work at all, so I'll be taking it back to Micro Center. And I'm probably going to be taking this back too, if I can keep my hands on it. This is a DisplayPort to DVI adapter that I tried to use when I tried to get my Cintiq hooked up to the new computer, and I'll talk about that here in a couple of minutes too. But anyway, before we go any further, I have something fun for you to watch. Something concerning all of the crap that's been descending on us here for the last, I don't know, several months. But I've come to the conclusion that's going to end, and you will see why in just a moment. And be sure to heed the warning. So, without further ado, let's have some fun. On to other things. I have something here that I'm doing that is probably immature as hell, but I don't care because this is my video. Okay? It's payback time. Now, Fate and Shelley Shitluck. These two have been giving me a bad time for a long time. Years, in fact. So, you can see Fate, you know, he's an evil guy. He's got an evil little hat with an evil little feather in it. Probably some poor bird's running around rubbing his butt right now. And he's here to provide me with entertainment, as you can see. And we have Miss Shelley Shitluck here. Shitty luck is my specialty, and she's really, really, really good at it, because that's all I've been having lately. So, it's time to put these two to bed. And I'm not going to say any more than that for fear of getting myself in trouble. So, here's what we're going to do. I have this nice little home here. Okay? And we're going to put Fate. Okay, Fate, here's your home, buddy. And the delightful and debonair and dubious Miss Shitluck here. All right, lady. there's your home. Enjoy it. Now, what are we going to do with this? Just wait. And look who it is. It's Fate and Shelly Shitlock. Hope they're cozy, because it's going to get even more cozy. Chirpity, 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 chirp. Okay, now I've only got 50% power on this thing, so I'm going to make sure this catches, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, looks like we're catching fire, as they say in Hunger Games. So, Shelly Shitlock, Fate and Shelly Shitlock, you're out of my life. You're gone. You're ashes. Or you will be soon. I do believe we have reached the official end of Fate and Shelly Shitlock. May they burn in peace and leave me alone from now on. Okay. If you didn't believe I was nuts before, I'm sure you're convinced of it now. Anyway, that was just something that I came up with. I remember reading an article some time ago about somebody that was depressed over something happening in their lives, and they did something similar. I can't remember if they wrote it down on a piece of paper and set it on fire or flushed it down the toilet or whatever, but I got to thinking about that, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's have some fun. Anyway, over here is my old Velocity computer, and we'll take a look at that here in this next scene. Okay, what we're looking at here, this is my old Velocity computer, the one that I ran Photoshop on for well over 5 years, and it did a really good job with it. The only real thing wrong with this thing is the C drive, the boot drive died on it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and rebuild this. It's a dual processor machine, that's why you see 2 fans in it, and it's got 64 gigs of RAM, so it's a perfectly capable machine. It ran Photoshop, it ran Poser Pro 2014, and just before it bit the big one, I had put View 10 Complete on it, and I will probably reload it with all those. I will reload it with Windows 7, that's what it had on it before. Mainly because I have the disk for Windows 7 that came with it. So I will be taking videos of that process, and I will share those with you. And the last little heartbreak, and I'll talk a little bit about that. I've got my Cintiq 22 HD over there, sitting there. It's totally dead. It's not working. I tried connecting it yesterday to the new computer with the one with the RTX 2080 Ti, and as I mentioned before, it's got the only connectors on it are DisplayPort. So I got this connector, this adapter, and it seemed like, you know, depending on which port I plugged it into, it might work on one, and on the other one it would give me funny little reddish firefly looking things in the dark areas. So whether this caused that problem or not, I don't know, but I do know that Wacom recommends a couple other brands, Canex and StarTech or something like that. So I'll probably have to get those from Amazon, because I got this from Micro Center, and this was Inland is one of the brands they carry. So I don't know if this would cause that to go bad, but you know, it was like I was testing it with Photoshop, testing the brush pressure. I painted one stroke, and that's when it went black and just died. So hopefully that didn't cause the problem, but at any rate, I've been in touch with Wacom. Obviously that's out of warranty. I've had it for 5 years. You know, they said that they could go ahead and do a paid repair on it, which is going to cost me $810 plus tax plus shipping, so who knows. But I love that Cintiq. It's just so wonderful to work on the screen. I do have, on my laptop over there, I've got an Intuos, Wacom Intuos Small, and it works great. As a matter of fact, the image some of you probably saw of Arwen with, you know, doing the Columbia girl thing, the bottom of her dress, I painted on that tablet. So, you know, it's perfectly usable. I can do the TNA pages. I'm going to be getting back to that here pretty shortly. So, yeah, so I can still use that, but I really do want to get get my brain fixed. I really do want to get that Cintiq fixed. So, at any rate, I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's a slideshow. Okay, never mind. Anyway, for now, I think I'm going to sign this behind the scenes off, and we'll have more. I'll be doing some videos of the rebuild on this Velocity, so stay tuned for that, and stay tuned. More TNA is coming. It is coming. I'm sitting here with my Girls from TNA mug. You can get one too. You know, go to my Redbubble store. There's lots of TNA merch there and some of my other merch. And support the artist that brings you this insanity. You can also support me on Patreon. I would love that. And if you don't want to, if you don't feel like doing a monthly commitment on Patreon, there's always PayPal that you can donate if you feel so inclined. But and all of this will go back into more equipment, so I can do more tutorials, more videos, more art, more of the things that hopefully my audience enjoys. So for now, Rod Shelley saying see, this comes with its own bloopers. Rod Shelley signing out for this behind the scenes and saying have a good evening, and we'll talk to you later.